What it do, flight crew? FTC. Flight T, stand up! We back in here today with another list video. And today's list is going to be on the 5 most, in my opinion, controversial moments in boxing history. Let's go! At number 1, we have Floyd Mayweather knocking out Victor Ortiz. After beating Andre Berto, Victor Ortiz was thrust into the welterweight spotlight and was given the chance to challenge Mayweather on September 17, 2011.
When it was announced that you were fighting Victor Ortiz, the boxing world said, whoa, I guess Floyd is not taking a soft touch for his first fight back. Why Victor Ortiz?
Young, strong lion. You know, that's what we want to fight. The youngest and the best guys they got out there. He's one of the best guys in the sport of boxing today. And this fight right here with Victor Ortiz, the sport of boxing needs this fight.
And for the first 3 rounds, it was standard money Mayweather, easily winning each of these rounds. But at round 4, it would seem that Victor Ortiz won, and the dirty boxing would work. And it would seem that he would, get away with it until a blatant headbutt that cut Mayweather prompted a quick stoppage. After getting the point taken away, Ortiz would hug Mayweather, basically saying, "My bad." But Floyd would be like,
"Raise this heel. I can't get a hug. Nigga, you don't be hugging on no player, nigga."
And reject the second hug and knock Ortiz out with a 2-piece. But the point of controversy was the fact that the ref wasn't looking. The argument of protect yourself at all times was the basis that Floyd and the official record books operated on. But people like Larry Merchant felt it was a dirty tactic, even though Ortiz was being dirty the whole fight.
You were in charge of the fight. You were aggressive and trying and taking advantage of what you saw.
You know what I'm gonna do? Because you don't ever give me a face shake. You know that? So I'm gonna go and let you talk to Victor Ortiz, all right? I'm through. They put somebody else up and give me an interview.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
You never give me a face shake.
Huh?
For our second entry, we had Pacquiao versus Bradley 1. After negotiations with Floyd Mayweather fell through, Pacquiao was settled on fighting Timothy Bradley for the WBO welterweight title. Coming into this fight as an underdog, Bradley knew he had to bring his A game. But after losing at least 2 of the first 3 rounds, it was uncertain if his A game would be enough, and the 4th round put that into even more question. But after a round where he would be given a win by 2 out of the 3 judges, a little glimmer of hope would shine through for Bradley. But that hope would quickly be lost after a dominating round 6 for Pacquiao, winning on all judges' scorecards. Bradley would actually start to come on a little bit though in the second half of the fight, winning rounds 7 and 8. And round 9 is where it kind of gets a little fishy, because after a good round from Pacquiao, he would only be awarded the win on 2 out of the 3 judges' cards. And after a 10th round that went in Bradley's favor, Pacquiao's chances were looking slimmer than anticipated. Bradley would win the 11th round with 2 judges deciding in his favor, and the final round with that being unanimous decision. And at the end, Bradley would get the split decision win with judges Dwayne Ford and CJ Ross giving him a 115 to 113 win. After this fight, there would be a lot of speculation on if the fight was fixed, and if it was, who fixed it? Bob Arum. But Pacquiao would get his comeuppance, beating Bradley twice, both in dominating fashion. At number 3, we got Wilder versus Fury 1. These two would go back and forth for years before the fight was made for December 1st, 2018.
Ain't never been a man that could better me in a fight. Ever. Never. Not a spar, not a boxing match, not a professional fight, not anything. I've never ever been bettered. So if Deontay Wilder is that man, then God bless him. Because I've been waiting and searching for him. I've been searching the world for somebody to better me for 10 years.
The fight would start off pretty standard, with each fighter trying to figure out how to employ their strategy on the other. But let's fast forward to where the action really picks up, round 8. Round 8 would turn the boxing match into a fight, and both fighters would trade blows. And in round 9, Wilder would drop Fury, and Fury would be able to get up and finish the round and win rounds 10 and 11. But in round 12, the controversy would come when Fury was, in my opinion, knocked out by a Wilder combination.
What the fuck?
Controversial part was how long the count was, but Fury would be awake to see the fight go to a split draw and set up 2 more polarizing fights. At number 4, we have De La Hoya versus Sturm. Following a loss to Shane Mosley, De La Hoya will move up in weight and announce plans to face Bernard Hopkins in a highly anticipated battle. But before that, he had to get through Felix Sturm. But to show how far De La Hoya was looking ahead, the fight was on the same card as Hopkins versus Allen, and the card itself was built as Collision Course. After Hopkins will win his fight, De La Hoya will fight in the main event. I'm not even going to go through the fight on this one. Let's just look at the CompuBox numbers, in which Sturm would win clearly in almost every single category. Sturm would land 234 out of 541 total punches, giving him a 43% accuracy. And De La Hoya, on the other hand, would throw literally hundreds more punches and still somehow land less, with only 188 of his 792 punches landing, giving him a significantly lower 24% accuracy. The only category that Oscar would lead was the power punch category, landing 130 out of 394, and Sturm landed 122 out of 235, which, you know, still is over half, so that's a better percentage than De La Hoya. So you do what you will with that information. Let's just look and listen to everyone's reaction to the decision.
And new WBO middleweight champion of the world, the pride of East LA, the Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya.
That is one relieved young man right there, that father. And Bernard Hopkins must be kissing the ground right now somewhere in the building. I noticed the Europeans, they cannot believe the decision, but you know what? The reason they can't believe it is because, according to where they fight over there, they're racking up points on punch stats, good jabs, you win rounds.
Lastly, we have Julio Cesar Chavez versus Meldrick Taylor. Coming into this fight, Chavez was still on his historic undefeated streak with a record of 68-0 with 56 knockouts to his name. Meldrick Taylor was no slouch either, with a gold medal under his belt and a record of 24-0-1 coming into the fight. In the early half of the fight, Taylor's athleticism and power would give Chavez a lot of trouble, and Taylor would build up a considerable lead on the judges' scorecards. But over time, we start to see the effects of Chavez's punishing style on Taylor's face, literally. Taylor would start to slow down after he became more and more tired as the fight went on. And in round 11, all of Chavez's hard work would start to pay off, when after the round, Taylor would almost head to the wrong quarter, showing that he may have used everything he had. Taylor, still being ahead on the cards though, would just have to survive the last round to win and end Chavez's streak. But his trainer would tell him that he had to go out and take the last round, which in hindsight was definitely a mistake. Taylor, instead of getting on his bike and cruising to a victory, would pretty much stand right in front of Chavez for the whole round, and he paid a price when with 25 seconds left, Chavez would land a punch, knocking Taylor down and creating suspense for the ending of this fight. Taylor would get to his feet and begin to receive the standard standing 8 count, but the referee, Richard Steele, would ask him if he was okay twice, with no response from Taylor. The fight was waved off, and Chavez would win by TKO. Now the debatable part is, it's the fact that if Taylor would have been allowed to continue for like 2 more seconds, he probably would have still won the fight by decision, which shows how big of a lead he had. But I personally, think it was a good stoppage. I mean, it wasn't a bad stoppage because, he clearly wasn't all the way there. And, who knows how many blows he would have taken in that little bit of time that Chavez had, with that sense of urgency to go out there and get the knockout win. So, in my opinion, it wasn't a bad stoppage. And that right there was the 5 most, in my opinion, controversial moments in boxing history. And if I missed anything, put it in the comment section. Put your thoughts in the comment section. Like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'm out.